Hello everyone, I'm Click Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of match 47 between MI and LSG. Before this match, LSG had lost the last 5 matches and MI also had lost the last 3 matches. It was a match between the last two teams in the points table. So this match was played at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai and MI won the toss and decided to bowl first. LSG had posted a very good total of 228 on the board. Mumbai chased down the target in just 18.4 overs, and it was the highest successful chase in IPL history. Ryan Rickelton was the player of the match for his knock of 83 from just 32 deliveries. Now let's go to the playing 11 for this match. So MI had 4 changes with Rohit Sharma coming in for Robin Mins, Raj Bawa came in for Krish Bhagat, Corbin Bosch came in for Hardik Pandya, and Deepak Chahar came in for Trent Bolt. So Rohit Sharma was the impact player and he came in for Raghu Sharma. For LSG also there were 4 changes with Josh Inglis coming in place of Ayush Badoni, Akshat Raghuvanshi coming in for Mukul Chaudhary, Avesh Khan came in for George Linde and Manimaran Siddharth came in for Digvesh Rathi. So Manimaran Siddharth was the impact player for LSG and he came in for Mitchell Marsh. So now let's go through the overs of the match. So LSG opened the innings with Mitchell Marsh and Josh Inglis. And in the first over from Deepak Chahar, Mitchell Marsh hit a 6 and 4 to score 11 runs in the over. Then in the next over, both the batters hit a 4 of Jasprit Bumrah to take 10 runs in the over. Then after being hit for 2 fours by Josh Inglis, Allah Gazanfar got the wicket of Inglis on the third ball and LSG lost their first wicket. Then Jasprit Bumrah came in to bowl the next over and the over went for 21 runs with Mitchell Marsh hitting a 6 and 2 fours and one of the 4 was of a no ball. Then Will Jacks came into the attack and he was hit for 3 sixes by Nicholas Puran and this over also went for 20 runs. Then Allah Gazanfar came in to bowl the last over of the power play and he was hit for a 4 and 2 sixes by Nicholas Puran to get 19 runs in the over. The power play went for 90 runs and they had lost just 1 wicket. In the next over of Corbin Bosch, Nicholas Puran and Mitchell Marsh both hit a 6 each to get 16 runs in the over. Then in the next over of Deepak Chahar, Nicholas Puran got to his 50 by hitting a 6 on the first ball. He again hit a 6 on the third ball to get 17 runs in the over. Then in the next over, Corbin Bosch bowled an excellent over, getting the wickets of both the set batters Nicholas Puran and Mitchell Marsh in that over. Also, in the third ball of that over, Pant had edged behind and the third umpire was called for the review for a fair catch, but on replays it showed that the ball had just dropped in front of the gloves of the wicketkeeper and it was given as not out. So this was a good over by Corbin Bosch and this kind of slowed down the momentum which LSG were having. Then in 10th over, Raghu Sharma came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Rishabh Pant and the over went for 14 runs. At the end of 10 overs, LSG were placed on a very good position with 141 runs on the board with the loss of 3 wickets. Then Bill Jacks came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 by Rishabh Pant on the first delivery, but he lost his wicket on the fourth ball of that same over. Then Akshat Raghuvanshi came in to bat and he hit his first ball for a 6 and over went for 14 runs. Then the next 4 overs went for 20 runs without any boundary and also a wicket fell of Akshat Raghuvanshi with Raghu Sharma taking the wicket. Also in that same over of the wicket, there was a review from MI for LBW against Himmat Singh, but it was unsuccessful as it was pitching outside the leg side. Also in the next over of Bumrah, which went for 7 runs, he had taken a wicket of Himmat Singh, but the ball was a no ball and there was a free hit given. Also, he bowled another no ball on the free hit delivery and the over still went for 7 runs. Then in the 16th over of Allah Ghazanfar, Aidan Markram hit a 4 and Himmat Singh hit a 6 and 4 to score 17 runs in that over. Then Raghu Sharma was also hit for 6 by both the batters to get 14 runs in the over. In the next over of Deepak Chahar, there was a review for wide by LSG which was successful and they got 1 extra runs. This over went for just 9 runs. Then Jasprit Bumrah again bowled a good over, giving only 7 runs with 1 boundary to Himmat Singh. The last over also went for just 6 runs with Deepak Chahar bowling a very good over. LSG finished for 228 for 5 in their 20 overs. Then going to the second innings, Mohammad Shami started the innings for LSG and Rickelton hit two fours in that over to score 10 runs. Then in the next over of Mohsin Khan, Rohit Sharma hit a four and Rickelton again hit a six to get 11 runs in the over. Then in the next over, Rohit Sharma hit a six to Mohammad Shami, and in the next ball there was a review from LSG for a LBW, and the ball was just going over the leg stump and LSG lost their review. And on the next ball, Ryan Rickelton also hit a six to get 14 runs in the over. Mohsin Khan in the next over was hit for two fours by Ryan Rickelton, and in the next over, Prince Yadav bowled a good over without giving any boundary and giving only 6 runs. The last over of the power play from Avish Khan went for 21 runs with Rohit Sharma hitting two fours and two sixes in that over. MI ended the power play with 71 runs on the board and without losing any wicket. Then in the next over, Maniman Siddharth came into the attack and he was hit for a six by both the batters to get 16 runs in that over. Then in the next over, Ryan Rickelton hit a six and took a single to get to his 50 and the over went for 11 runs. Then in the next over of Maniman Siddharth, Rohit Sharma also got to his 50 with a six, and Ryan Rickelton then hammered two sixes and a four to get 23 runs in that over. Prince Yadav again bowled a good over, going for a boundary from Rohit Sharma and giving just 6 runs in that over. At the end of 10 overs, MI won 27 for no loss and needed another 102 runs in the last 10 overs. Then Mohsin Khan came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 and 2 sixes by Ryan Rickelton, but on the next ball he lost his wicket with the over going for 17 runs. Then Mohammad Shami came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 and 6 by Rohit Sharma to get 14 runs in the over. Then Rohit Sharma again hit a 4 and 6 to Avish Khan to get 14 runs in that over. Then Manimaran Siddharth bowled a good over, giving just 5 runs and taking the wicket of Rohit Sharma in that over. At this stage, MI needed 52 runs from the next 6 overs. Then in the next over, Mohsin Khan was hit for a 4 by Surya Kumar Yadav and the over went for 10 runs. And again, Manimaran Siddharth bowled a good over, going for just 3 runs and taking the wicket of Tilak Verma. MI needed 39 runs in the last 4 overs after this over. Then Prince Yadav came into the attack and he was hit for 2 fours by Namandir to get 12 runs in that over. Then in the next over, Mohammad Shami came into the attack and he was hit for 6 by Namandir, and Surya Kumar Yadav also hit a 4, but he got out in the next ball to Mohammad Shami. Then Namandir continued attacking with a 4 on the last ball of that over, and the over went for 16 runs. MI now needed just 11 runs in the next 2 overs, and they finished the chase in the 19th over with Will Jacks hitting a 6 on the 4th ball of that over to finish the chase. Now let's go to the scorecard for the match. So in the first innings, Mitchell Marsh 44 from 25, Josh English 13 from 5, Nicholas Puran 63 from 21, Rishabh Pant 15 from 10, Aiden Makram not out on 31 from 25, Akshat Raghuvanshi 11 from 7, and Himant Singh not out on 40 from 31. In the bowling card, Deepak Chahar 4 overs none for 43, Bumrah 4 overs none for 45, Gazanfar 4 overs 1 for 50, Bill Jacks 2 overs 1 for 34, Corbin Bosch 2 overs 2 for 20, and Raghu Sharma 4 overs 1 for 36. LSG finished with a total of 228 for 5 in 20 overs with a run rate of 11.40. There were 11 extras in this innings, which included 7 wides and 4 no balls. Now let's go to the second innings of the match. So Ryan Rickelton, the player of the match, 83 runs from 22 deliveries, 6 fours, 8 sixes with strike rate of 259. Rohit Sharma 84 from 44, Tilak Verma 11 from 13, Surya Kumar Yadav 12 from 7, Naman Dheer not out on 23 from 12, and Will Jacks not out on 10 from 4. Going to the bowling card, Mohammad Shami 4 overs 1 for 53, Mohsin Khan 4 overs 1 for 47, Prince Yadav 3 overs none for 24, Avesh Khan 3.4 overs none for 56, Manimaran Siddharth 4 overs 2 for 47. MI finished a total of 229 for 4 in 18.4 overs with a run rate of 12.27. There were 6 extras which included 2 leg byes and 4 wides. Now let's go to the fall of wickets. So for MI, Ryan Rickelton lost his wicket in the 11th over to Mohsin Khan with Josh Inglis taking the catch. Then Rohit Sharma got out to Manimaran Siddharth with Shami taking the catch. Tilak Verma also got out to Siddharth with Aiden Makram taking the catch. And the last wicket to fall was of Surya Kumar Yadav, who got out to Mohammad Shami with Nicholas Puran taking the catch in the 18th over. For LSG, Josh English lost his wicket to Gazanfar, with Surya Kumar Yadav taking the catch in the third over. Nicholas Puran got out to Corbin Bosch with Ryan Rickerton taking the catch. Then Mitchell Marsh again got out to Corbin Bosch with Naman Dheer taking the catch in the ninth over. Then Pant got out to Will Jay, nicking behind to Ryan Rickerton. And the last wicket to fall was of Akshat Raghuvanshi, who was caught and bowled by Raghu Sharma in the 13th over. Now let's look at the top partnerships of the match. So for MI, the highest partnership was of 143 from 65 between Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickerton. Rohit scored 58 from 33 and Ryan Rickerton scored 83 from 32. Then they had 34-run partnership between Rohit and Tilak. And other than that, they have small partnerships which contributed to the chase. For LSG, they had one big partnership of 94 from 35 between Marsh and Puran. Marsh scored 28 from 14 and Puran scored 63 from just 21 deliveries. And the second highest partnership was of 68 from 49 between Aiden Makram and Himmat Singh. Now let's look at the graphs of the match. So in the worm graph, you can see LSG, were very much above the MI worm at this stage, in the 6 over mark. And after the power play, this was the time when Nicholas Puran was attacking and they were scoring at a very high run rate. And you can see the MI worm was behind the LSG, and there was quite some gap between those two teams. And after the wicket of Rishabh Pant, then after Mitchell Marsh and Puran, all three of them got out. Then LSG's worm kind of dipped down a bit. You can see the MI worm crossing them at this stage, and they went above the LSG worm. After this stage, both the worms were kind of similar at a similar score, and MI finished the chase in that 19th over. Let's look at the run rate graph. Here also you can see at the start, both the teams had around at 10 runs per over mark. So both were almost similar to start the innings. Then you can see after Nicholas Puran came into the middle, LSG run rate it skyrocketed to around 15 at the 8 over mark. And then after the wickets fell of all the three batters, it kind of came down and finished at around 11.4. On the other hand, if you look at the MI run rate, it came down to around 10 in the 5th over mark. Then slowly it began climbing up to around 13, and then they chased down the total. Even though they lost the wickets in the middle, they chased down the target in the 19th over. Now let's look at the Manhattan graph. So let's look at the LSG Manhattan first. So you can see the first 3 overs went for around 30 in the 3 overs. Then after the wicket of Josh English, when Nicholas Puran came in, you can see the buildings, how high they are. All buildings were above 15. So 21, 20, 19, 16 and 17. You can see those 5 overs which went for a lot of runs. So after 3 overs they were 30, and at the end of the 8 overs they were 123. So almost 90 runs were scored in the 5 overs. And after the wicket fell of Puran and Marsh in next over, the next 2 overs also went for 14 runs each, but then they lost the wicket of Rishabh Pant. And you can see the next 4 overs, hardly they crossed a 5-run mark in just 1 over, and their scoring rate dipped a bit. And you can see in the last 5 also, the highest over was the 17-run over, the 16th over. Then the overs kind of kept declining. The runs in that over kind of declined instead of going up, so they kind of slowed down at the end. So MI had a very tall buildings overall. They had a 21 run over, then a 23 run over, and also couple of 16 to 17 runs overs. So they had a bigger buildings, and also they didn't have continuous overs of no low runs. So they had overs of 6 in between, but then they balanced it out with a big over next to again. They had a over of 6 in the 10th over, then they had a big over of 17. So they kind of balanced it out. They had then 2 overs which were 5, which went for 5 and 3 runs, and the wickets were also lost. But that didn't affect their run chase, and they chased down the total in the end. Now let's look at both the buildings side by side. So you can see they are almost kind of having similar kind of height buildings, both the teams had some lower buildings, but overall they scored at a very high rate. Now let's go to the summary of the match. So LSG, finally sent Puran at number 3 and he made a solid impact with the bat. But in the opening, they again tried a new combination with Josh English and Marsh, with Markram coming at number 5. I feel they should have started this season also with Marsh and Markram and Puran at number 3. I had said it in the first couple of games also that they are trying to fix something that is in broken. Their top three were solid from the last season, but they tinkered around it with this time, and they kind of struggled with it. Today also they started very well, but their finishing was not quite what they would have liked, scoring just 22 runs in the last 3 overs without even losing a wicket. I would have understood if they had lost a wicket and the bowlers were at the crease, but two set batters were at the crease and still they could score only 22 runs in the last 3 overs. Then in the bowling, they struggled to take wickets at the start, and on Wankhede, it is always difficult to defend any total. The first wicket fell in the 11th over, and the opening partnership had already done the damage. For MI, Hardik Pandya was missing in this match, and Surya was the captain for this game. MI also struggled with the ball in the first 10 overs, going for 141 runs, but they made a good comeback, giving just 87 runs in the last 10. Then, with the bat, the opening partnership between Rohit and Rickelton set them up for the chase and they chased down the total in 18.4 overs. Both these teams are almost out of the playoffs race as they can only reach to 14 points. So now let's look at the points table. So MI are on 9th position with 3 wins and 6 points with net run rate of minus 0.649, and LSG are on 10th position with 2 wins with 4 points and net run rate of minus 1.076. Now let's look at the graphs. So in the points graph, you can see MI have moved to 6 points after this win and LSG are at 4 points after losing this match. Now let's look at the position graph. So after this match also the positions are same. So MI are on 9th position and LSG are on 10th position, and all the other teams also are on the same positions which they had before this match. So that's it in this video. Let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.